Hello the internet, Viperion here again with another iRacing video. This one coming to you from USA International Speedway, somewhere in America. This is one of those rare things. It's an oval you have to brake for. And it's not really an oval, it's more of a rectangle. I am no good at it, as I'm sure you can tell from the laps that I am turning here. It is going to be, I believe, a 20 lap race. Like everything else in iRacing, I'll get a qualifying session where I'll get 2 flying laps, the first one of which never counts for anything in ovals because you're still getting up to speed. This could be interesting. Oval racing is a completely different beast to track racing. It's not something I'm particularly familiar with, but essentially it's all about spotting the gaps, going for the gaps, being patient, and trying to not wreck. I have no idea how that's going to go. Let's find out together, shall we?
25.301.
I'm sure it's going to go swimmingly. See if we can get a good lap in here. No, we can't. Nope, no good. Alright, see you on the flip side. Alrighty, so here we are in qualifying. Let's get going. As I was saying in the intro, I think qualifying on ovals, usually your first lap doesn't count because you're still getting up to speed. On this track, however, because you do brake for these corners, you can get a fast lap in on the first one. Alright, so let's go like hell, just like the man says. That's too high. Maybe? It might have been okay.
One more hard one, come on. 24.59.
Not great.
.23. Second flag, man.
I'll take it. 24.2 I will definitely take. Let's see where that ends us up. Oh boy, 40 laps of mayhem coming right up. So it turns out 24.2 is not a good time. I am the number 9 car currently qualified in 9th, so I guess that makes sense, but it appears everybody in this field is just about faster than me. So that could make the race kind of interesting. Onto the grid. Alrighty, here we are on the grid. I am turning fueling off. I'm turning tyres off. You'll see why I pointed that out specifically later in the race, if it happens. I've discovered that down here in the lap timing, you can see how much until the green flag. Whew, so we ended up 9th. In a field of 13, I believe. Yep, 13. We're outclassed. Now, in iRacing, there are 2 kinds of licenses. There are the oval licenses and the road license. So I did get my D license for the road. Unfortunately, the race that I got it in was not very exciting. So I recorded it, but then I didn't post it because it was a race where I qualified 4th, 1st, 2nd and 3rd drove away from me. I drove away from 5th to the rest of the field, and I spent the whole race just hot lapping by myself. So it wasn't very exciting, but I did get my D license. That was in road racing. I'm still a rookie here in oval racing, and oh, that's not a good look. And funny story, this is not the same race that I did my intro for. I did a race, I crashed twice, and I quit. So this is my second attempt.
One to go.
Second attempt at it. Funnily enough, the safety rating I ended up with on after that rather bad race was negative 0.09, which nicely cancelled out the only other oval race I've done. So I am now officially back on my starting rating for ovals.
Yeah, baby, get them elbows out. Go like hell.
And if this race goes like the last race, I'll be on even less.
Off. Be ready. Be ready. Green flag. Have a great day. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun, sure. Uh-oh.
Outside. Right outside.
Ah! And this is... Okay. Well, let's see what the damage is like.
40.837.
I might be okay. But this is what happened in the other race as well. It was just carnage. I tried to avoid it. The car came off bounced off the wall and came back into me.
27.269.
I think our car is okay, although it seems to be down on speed. But it's handling alright, so we'll stay out. Oh, it is way down on speed. So we'll do what we can. If we end the race on 4 incident points,
24.891.
I'll be happy enough. But yeah, I'll have a look at that incident after the race. I've been watching some videos on YouTube about how to handle incidents like that, and they all say just brake, look for a gap, and try and go through the gap.
24.92.
Try and figure out where the cars are going to be when you get there, and don't be there. So that's what I tried to do, but obviously it wasn't too successful. So yeah, we are way down on speed, so that means that the leaders are going to catch us reasonably quickly. But that's alright, I'll just let them pass when they get here.
25.256.
In fact, there's one right now.
Inside. Clear low.
Yeah.
Inside. Still there. Clear. Clear. 26.81.
That car ahead of me has got a bad connection. He's not actually jumping up and down like that.
Inside, inside.
Jesus.
You're clear.
But the game thinks that he is.
Inside. Clear.
Which makes
26.65.
dealing with them kind of difficult. But it's going to be a very long race at the speeds that I'm doing.
.335. Inside. Clear. Inside. 25.897. Still there at your door. Clear him. Clear. Working the bottom inside. Clear.
Alright, we've got a bit of space behind us now, so hopefully we can get some decent laps in before we get lapped by the field again.
26.32.
I could pit and get a fast repair, but the car is going okay, so I'll keep my fast repair for if I actually need it. Keeping an eye on the relative there, so we've got a guy 12 seconds behind us, who won't be 12 seconds behind us for much longer, I imagine. I mean, having 3 people quit certainly puts less traffic on the road, so that's something.
25.545.
So I'm pretty sure the leaders are doing 23s and I'm doing 25s, so I mean they're catching me at 2 seconds a lap more or less. But I'll just keep an eye out for them when they get here. Just keep turning my laps, doing as good a job as I can. And trying not to get in their way when they get here.
25.463.
I don't know in iRacing if when you're driving a damaged car like this, if it can get more damage just by driving it.
25.332.
So I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, we'll see. I'm surprised I'm only 1 lap down after 15 laps, to be honest, at the speed that I'm doing. I could do the math, but that would require concentration, and I need all the concentration I can get to not hit the wall.
25.291. .419.
I mean, at least I'm being reasonably consistent. The guy behind me is catching me, but he's not catching me at a huge rate of knots.
.03.
And surprisingly, the guys ahead of me aren't really getting away from me that much either. I think they may be damaged as well.
.187.
Yeah, so this is what people often complain about in oval racing, is just turn left, turn left, turn left. But if my car wasn't damaged, it's actually quite exciting to drive because you're around other cars all the time. It really increases your awareness of the cars that are around you.
25.419.
And it can be quite exciting, quite stressful. Hello, there's a slow car ahead. So that one car's coming up on us, I'm just going to let him pass.
Laps to go. Working the bottom. Clear low.
Oh, what the hell happened there? apparently he touched me and wrecked. I'm putting that one down to connection issues.
26.775. Inside.
There he is again.
Clear.
Well, that's really off-putting. Because every time the game puts him back on the track, because the track is banked, I think it tries to put the car flat, but it's not putting it on a flat track, and so the suspension jumps. Now, he won't be seeing that on his screen, it's only that I can see it on my screen and anyone else. But yeah, it's not good to watch.
24.904.
And of course I'm never really sure that that's exactly where his car is.
Inside. Clear. Inside. Clear, clear, clear. 26.899.
That guy took a long time to get past. So I'm going to have a look at that incident there as well, because I got a 0x contact, which means it's just a very light contact, and then I think he spun off and hit the wall, so I got that upgraded to a 2x, so now I'm on 8
25.413
out of 17, which means I probably won't be going up in safety rating. I'll be going down and actually below my starting level. Next guy is about 4 seconds back, so I don't have to worry about him too much for now.
.495.
In this series, I think in all the rookie series, there is no yellow flags either, which is why with that big crash there, people just keep going. So you can go into the pits to repair your damage. Oops, that was bad. But of course, everyone else is still circulating at full speed while you're doing that, so you lose a lot of laps doing that.
25.527.
What are we at now? 10 to go, or 11 to go.
25.1.
Actually only 9 because I've been lapped twice. So let this guy go.
25.321 inside. All clear. Eyes forward. We got about 10 laps.
Got a thanks from that guy for letting him pass. That's good. You're welcome.
.447.
And I'll let this guy back pass
Inside.
as well.
You're clear him. Inside.
Oops.
Clear.
Didn't mean to hit the wall there, but I let them both pass without too much problem.
27.179. Inside. Clear.
How about... oh, okay, 7 seconds to the next guy, so we've got some clear space again. At least that wall impact was another 0, so it didn't add to my already high total.
.011. 25.323.
Yeah, so I'm back in the 25.3s-ish with no traffic around me, which is, you know, horribly, horribly slow. That's the other thing about oval racing compared to road racing. A difference of 0.2 of a second in ovals is huge, where in road racing it's just a lap.
25.587. 5 laps to go.
I
2
think
more.
my tyres are starting to go. Ah, see, 2 laps to go. Because I've been lapped so many times.
.461. One more time.
So we're still 4 seconds behind, in front of the guy behind us, so he's not going to catch us in this lap unless we screw up something chronic. Yay, fireworks.
In front of you against the wall. Slow and coming backwards.
And that is the race.
Not bad. Check your flag, man.
For better or worse. Mostly for
You did
worse.
a really good job, man. You drove really, really well today. I'm sorry that it didn't pan out. Guys, you prepared a great race car.
Yeah. Alright, let's have a look at the replays. Alrighty, so this is lap 1. This is where we had the incident. So watch this pink guy ahead of us here. This is Victor Castro. Crosses over, brakes, doesn't brake enough, gets into the guy behind him, and drives on. He's all good. You may have heard that crashing noise behind us. Let's go backwards a little bit and watch it from my perspective. So here we go. Crosses over, gets into him. I've got my foot on the brake here. I slam my foot on the brakes here, trying to slow down and see what's going to happen. So if we speed it up to half speed, trying to get down to the inside, and that guy collects me. So yeah, the wheels turned here, but perhaps it's not turned enough, or perhaps I should have tried to go to the high side, although I don't think I had room. From this point onwards, I could have, from there I probably should have gone high. He comes down, which is fine there. What I should have done here is stab my foot on the accelerator, although I'm in the wrong gear to do that, because what happens next is he backs into me again. Spins me around and I back into the wall, and then a whole lot of bad stuff happens to a whole lot of people. So if we go back to no, he's already left by that stage. Let's go and find the guy. He's in the pits. So here's Robert. He's behind all this. This is the wreck happening up here. He brakes, tries to go through, and bam, straight into it. Where is, yeah, this guy? Let's go back to Jeremy. So Jeremy has an extremely bad day. Gets hit, and he's just a passenger from here on in. I don't know what he's doing here. He does not have his foot on the brake, that's for sure. And then he gets hit by a million different people. And that's the end of his race. And I tag him again for good measure on the way back. So that's that one, pretty much. And that, if we go back to my car, where are we? There we are. Doesn't look too damaged, actually. If we go to our rear chase, though, you can see that there's something not quite right with that tyre. If we go left front suspension, yeah, it's had better days. And that's from when it hits the wall there. It gets hit by a car actually there, and that's what does most of the damage. Alright, now I want to have a look at this other incident where the number 1 car hit me. Let me try and find that. Okay, this is reasonably interesting. Here's the 1 car, this is me. I'm up on the high side trying to give him room, not very successfully it must be said. However, we watch him here, you see him blink like that. So that's a connection issue there. He slides up. I'm not as far over as I should be. I probably should be further over, but he's sliding up the track. And right there, if we go backwards, if we can go to right rear. It looks backwards. That's a shame. Right front. Here we go. This is me and him. Never touch there, but I got a 1x 0x, sorry for that. Unfortunately for Michael here, after that non-existent touch, he goes into the wall, and because that's a consequence of my 0x, my touch, I get an extra 2 points added on for his slam into the wall. Which I'm kind of annoyed about because I don't think I hit him and he was having connection issues, but I should have been further up than I was. So that's what that was. Let's see what that's done to my safety rating, shall we? I don't really want to, but let's go. Alright, here we are at the race results screen. Here I am in 10th and no change. I'll actually take that with 8 incident points. 2 of which are completely bogus in my opinion. I'll take a +0 and stay at 2.5. It's going to take me a lot longer in ovals than it did in road racing to get to a D license, I suspect. But that's it for me for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you've got any suggestions about how I could have avoided that wreck in lap 1, please do put them in the comments down below. Otherwise, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you next time.